Hey everybody, it's Lisa Purdy. I'm back with you. We're going through a devotional on what prayer looks like, and we're doing it by walking through the Bible, utilizing a book from the past by Herbert Locklear, All the Prayers of the Bible, and it really just kind of captures some things that it's been good to speak through. So we're going to talk about a couple things today. When Jesus was asked by the disciples how to pray, he actually answered them with the Lord's Prayer. So many of you may be familiar with this, but it's Our Father who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done, on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread. Forgive us our trespasses as we forgive those who trespass against us. Lead us not into temptation, and deliver us from evil. Now, some people also add an additional phrase for thine is the kingdom, the power, the glory forever and ever. Amen, to kind of round it up, but that's not actually included. This is found in two sections of the Bible, Matthew 6, 9 through 13, and Luke 11, 2 through 4. If you break the prayer up, you actually see honor given to God in the beginning before anything else. So, Our Father who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. So this is like glory to the Lord. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done. So like his will is the priority. Then there is feed us. Give us your daily bread. So feed us daily. And then it's forgive us, because we know we have trouble with that. And then it says not to lead us in temptation and deliver us from evil. Well, that's the guidance piece of just asking God to guide you. That's it. There's nothing else. There's nothing really. It's really a few words. There's not really a list of needs and demands or anything. It's really just a declaration of the individual submitting under his authority and saying, your will for my life. In earlier books of the Bible, God appears to speak more to man than man does to God. Commands were given and promises were made and early saints had little to do but fulfill the commands and believe the promises. You see this in Genesis 12, 1 through 3, but also Genesis 28, 14 through 18. How impressive is it in the silence of Abraham when the divine voice commands him to offer up his son to sacrifice, and that's in Genesis 22, 2. It may be that we do too much talking in our prayer periods. We have not developed the art of listening to God's voice speaking to our hearts through his word. May grace be ours to cultivate the listening side of prayer. So it's really important that we take time to listen and receive. In Locklear's book, All the Prayers of the Bible, we see a prayer of a dad and his son. And this is in Genesis 17, 18. And Abraham said unto God, oh, that Ishmael might live before thee. This remarkable chapter justifies the description of Abraham as the friend of God. That's listed in James 2:23. So Dr. F.B. Mayer, in his study on Abraham, says it would almost appear as that these two chapters, 17 and 18, were written to show the familiarity and intimacy which existed between the eternal God and the man who was honored to be called his friend, Abraham. Within the chapter, Abraham was privileged to witness some visible manifestations of the Lord's presence, which caused him to fall on his face. The American Indians actually put their ears to the ground when they wanted to listen for the approach of an enemy. Abraham bows his soul to the earth and listens for the voice of God. Peculiar features of Abraham's intercessory prayer for Ishmael can be noted. There's three things. One, it is the first recorded prayer in form with a plea to the father on behalf of the child. It was a prayer asking for more than God had offered to bestow. It was a prayer receiving an intimate answer. The humble supplication of the believing patriarch received the prompt reply of a gracious and prayer-hearing God. As for Ishmael, I have heard thee. Abraham's example is a beacon light, guiding parents to a God who hears prayer for their children. Alas, sometimes selfish interests at the back of our prayers for our offspring make it difficult for God to answer. So I agree with the sentiment so much. How often do we hear of praying moms and grandmas and the prodigal son or daughter returns and begins serving God again? So today, this is going to be kind of short for you today, but today when you pray over your family, when you pray over yourself and anything else that's concerning you or is top of mind for you, Take time to listen and receive what he has for you. Be intentional to turn your ear to be able to hear what he's saying, and then write down what he says to you so that you're able to sit on it and really understand and feel out what he's telling you. Being able to do that, where you have that conversation, where it's not just supplying everything that's on your mind and then, okay, God, we're good, see ya. I can't tell you a single friend that does that with me. So I think it's very important that you have that conversation, that you give them the space. It is difficult sometimes when you're not used to it, or even when you are, to allow that space for him to actually speak. Sometimes it feels like you get nothing. Maybe you feel peace, or maybe you feel joy again, or something. There's other ways that he can answer. And then maybe you have a dream that night or soon after that kind of guides you or gives you insight or gets you asking different questions. So that's it for today. I hope this is helpful for you. If you like this type of material, if the devotion of going through all the prayers of the Bible is content you enjoy, please like and subscribe and share with your friends. And you guys have a great day.